Emceeing for a long time was seen as a side hustle or hobby for many in the entertainment industry. However, the tide is changing and MCs are continually professionalizing this trade and spicing it up with your own unique personalities. We are joined by a gentleman who has proven to be one of the giants in this industry, and he's going to tell us all we need to know regarding the career life of an MC. So trust me, you do not want to miss out on what we have for you on this episode. Welcome to Elimu ni Nguvu, and my name is Purity Mukuhe. As always, let us begin with what to expect on today's show.
Basically, an MC is the guy who is in charge of your event. He is your go-to guy. He is the coordinator, he is the program master, he runs through the event, and he keeps your guests entertained.
Alela, thank you so much for making time to speak to us.
Thank you.
And I'm very surprised, first of all, by your name.
Why?
Have you heard of Alela the MC? I don't know. I don't know if you guys have heard of him, but it's a very interesting name. So tell us who you are, the official names, and what you do, and for how long you have been in this industry.
Okay, my full name is Peter Rogers Alela Asila. I'm an MC. I have been MCing for, say, 6 years, give or take. However, very seriously in the last 2.5 years. Mm-hmm. Before that, it was just having fun. Yeah, having fun while in school, at church. So that's me in a nutshell.
So who is an MC? According to you, who would you define an MC to be?
Basically, an MC is the guy who is in charge of your event. He is your go-to guy. He is the coordinator, he is the program master, he runs through the event, and he keeps your guests entertained. So an MC basically is an entertainer and a program coordinator.
Yes.
And an event coordinator as a whole. Yes.
So how did you find yourself in this industry? Were you the kind of, maybe growing up, you go to weddings, you just take the mic, you act as if you're emceeing the event, or how did all this begin for you?
Not really, Purity. Actually, it was very interesting. I was not even conscious. In fact, if you ask me, I didn't want to be an MC. Or rather, I was not looking forward. It was not something that I was looking forward to becoming. It's something that just came as a by the way.
So initially, what did you want to be?
Initially, I wanted to be a journalist, interesting enough. I wanted to be a journalist. I wanted to be a reporter. I wanted to be out there looking for news or, presenting news on TV and all those sort of things. But I was also this social guy, very explosive, for lack of a better word, and out there, and very, I was a people's person.
Yes.
Still am. And in one of those encounters, I honed this skill while in church. I was a teens leader in church, and during those teens services, I would get the opportunity to MC during the service. And people would tell me, that's interesting, you're great, you're funny guy, And in mingling with people, someone just popped up that idea in my mind and told me, by the way, do you know you can be an MC? And you do not need capital to start that. Or rather, do not need monetary capital to start that. You just need to hone this skill. And yeah, from there, I teamed up with an MC I knew who took me through the ropes, went to some events with him, and slowly and gradually, that's how I started, and that's how I'm proceeding.
Mm-hmm. So you've mentioned you've been in this industry for 6 years, right? Yes. But 2 professionally. Professionally. So what have been your greatest achievements so far?
Greatest achievements, I would say, is having the opportunity to MC in some notable events. For instance, I was called upon to MC the launch of Gor Mahia bread, which was done in partnership with the Gor Mahia Football Club. That was big for me. And also, I have had the honor of emceeing some key events at Toyota Kenya, which has been great for me and has propelled my profile. So yes, those ones I would term as my key achievements.
And you've mentioned a number of events, so I think people need to understand that you can do emceeing for corporate events, launches, and now weddings and other entertainment events. So if you could just maybe explain on those 3 categories that we have.
So corporate events are events planned by corporate companies. So they would be in different varieties. We have those corporate serious functions like, a breakfast where a corporate is calling members of a certain field just to consult on something, or they have a meeting where you meet, the white collar, the CEOs and the directors. And ideally, the mood of that event is very professional, yet not boring. So that one, I can do such an event.
And now, in terms of the challenges that you've faced so far as an MC now 6 years down the line, what are the challenges that you've faced and how did you tackle them?
Challenges in the event industry are, daily fodder. Every other day you face a new challenge. Some of the notable challenges I've faced, like you go to an event, you have a DJ, and you find that the music that the DJ has is not event appropriate. Other challenges, you'll find that maybe whoever has been contracted to bring PA has only corded microphones. And nowadays, events are mobile, and you're wondering, okay, which generation do you exist in? But yes, we go over and beyond those challenges. We have to look for ways to survive in the industry. Like you see, when the DJ doesn't have music, you have to get your own music.
Other than people skills, what other skills do I need to be able to be effective as an MC?
As an MC, you have to be a tactful organizer and think on your toes. Because at times, with your tactful organizational skill, you will have planned an event very well in your head, in your mind. You have rehearsed and everything is going as per script until something happens. Then you're left wondering, okay, what will I do? What will I do? So you have to think on your toes. You have to be a tactful organizer. You have to be very spontaneous. You have to be flexible. And you have to be professional, very professional, in the sense that you have to watch your language, especially in an event. You don't want to offend a certain group of people. You don't want to offend the old. You do not want to offend the young. You do not want to offend the children. So you must have that sense to know that in this event, this is a composition of people, and I have to watch my tongue. Because as an MC, whatever you say only embarrasses you, but embarrasses whoever has called you for that event.
Yes.
You're embarrassing your host. So yeah, it's very critical for you to watch your language as an MC. And
now in terms of money, or rather sustainability of being an MC, how sustainable is it?
It is very sustainable. It is very sustainable because MC, we say, like many of the event roles, or rather many of the event-related businesses, it is a referral business. Yes. So when you go to an event, you have to do it as if it were your last event, because you are not only doing it for your host, but there are prospective people around. Everyone that you see there is a prospect. They will have an event tomorrow, or their relative, or their father, or their parent, or their mother, someone will have an event in the future. So you have to leave an impression in their minds that when they have an event, or if they attend a meeting where there is an event, they can mention your name confidently. Yes. So sustainability is there because one event gives birth to another and to another and to another. So yes, I would say emceeing is a sustainable business.
And maybe in terms of, if you could just give us a few figures, what is the least amount that you've been paid for an event that you have done? Or does it also depend on whether it's a corporate event or a wedding?
As you grow in the industry, is how your rate card grows. So if we are talking about the least you've been paid, it will be nothing, because the events you do for free. Yes, there are those, those events you do for free. Nasi kuobaya, just to build a name. There are times you're begging people, when you're starting out, you're begging people, hey, can I do your event? Can I do your event? So I've done events for free. I have done events for as little as 500 shillings. I have been paid using a t-shirt, So you start from somewhere, actually. You will do events for free. You will be paid using merchandise. Wewe kuja Mcee event, nitakupatia t-shirt. Or I will give you a water bottle. So I have been paid using merchandise. I have been paid 500 shillings. You know, I have been paid the least that you can ever imagine. Yes, you will do events pro bono. Someone will tell you, hey, niko na ka event hapa, lakini sina budget ya MC, ama I'm struggling. And because what you want is that free advertisement, you just go and do it for free. So yeah, been there.
Okay, so I think at this point we are going to take a short break, but I have a challenge for you. So, drum rolls. Can see you're just wondering what is she going to ask. But anyway, assuming this was a corporate event,
Yes.
and maybe you want to take people on a break. We've just come from a long speech, so we are tired, mentally and physically tired. So just give us something to just kind of relax ourselves. Yeah. So just assuming this was an event.
I can use you as an audience.
Yes.
I will tell people to stand up. It's been a long presentation. Stand up, and then you stretch. Then I will tell you to look at your neighbor very keenly, eyeball to eyeball, eyeball to eyeball.
Actually, then prepared for this. Okay, fine.
Eyeball to eyeball. Are you satisfied? Okay, now turn. Turn. You now know completely back to back. You looked at your neighbor eyeball to eyeball. Okay, change something about you and let's see whether your neighbor will notice. Change something about yourself before you turn, and let's see whether your neighbor will notice. Are you done?
I haven't even changed anything, but it's fine. Okay, I've changed something.
You have changed. Okay, turn. Let's see whether you notice what has changed. I can say you're holding your jacket. You are not.
This was too easy. Honestly, I don't know what you've changed. I don't know what you've changed.
You don't know what I've changed?
I don't know.
Good. So I won. We can go for break.
You know what? It's fine. Anyway, let's take a short break, but don't go far. We're going to be back with so much more. And we also have the educational quote of the day. So remember, do not go anywhere. This is Elimu ni Nguvu.
An MC is somebody who can control the crowd. An MC is a master of ceremonies. So not only can you say you're up, you can rock the party.